right, so today's gonna be a fun one, but a quick one. Nothing too crazy. It's just the new Battlegrounds maps. When I say new, they've been out for a year, but we only have 7. It's been a year. We only have 7, but that's a video for another day. I'm not talking about that right now. What I'm here to do today is I'm here to rank them on a tier list of which maps are good and which maps are not very good. So we're gonna do that today. Real quick, as we get started, if you want to see any kind of tier list specifically, please let me know. I've done mythics, I've done monster sets. I don't remember what else I've done. Class skill lines, stuff like that. So if you guys want to see more kind of tier lists, let me know. Let me know what you guys want to see. So the first one, also, I want to say I don't know the names of any of these maps, by the way. I have them right here on my right. I think this first one's called Cold Harbor Coliseum. Very much, I like the idea of it. I like how it's a very much no nonsense kind of thing. But that being said, I think that it's way too close quarters, and once one team starts steamrolling, it's pretty bad. D tier at best. I think it's D tier at best. I think that it's all right. I like the idea of the fire shooting from the middle. I like the idea of the Coliseum. I like the idea surrounding it, even though they kind of took that from the old BG system with the Adrenalis Outpost, whatever it's called. Anyways, D tier. I'm not really a big fan of it. I think that it's one of those things where it's too close quarters. I understand it's a 4v4, but it's too close quarters. Like, once a team starts steamrolling, they steamroll. And then that leads us to our very next one, which is, I think it's Huntsman's Fortress. I think that's what this one is. Yeah, Huntsman's Fortress. Sorry, I have all the names on them right here. Huntsman's Fortress is this one. F tier. I'm sorry, this is the worst BG map that exists. I just genuinely hate how close quarters it is. It makes it, the thing about the Cold Harbor Coliseum that brings it up to D tier, even potentially to C tier territory, is that it's only deathmatch. The fact that Huntsman's Fortress, you can get objective game modes in there that's just steamrolls that are so incredibly quick, especially when you get like a domination map that takes like 2 seconds. Those matches are like so quick, and I genuinely can't stand them. It's so close quarters to the point where you can attack the other team if you have ranged, if they're just standing in their spawn, which is like cool, but it's like you're just spawn camping at that point. I genuinely despise that map. I think that there are almost zero redeeming qualities about that map. I do like this, the slaughterfish in the middle. I like the concept of having a bridge in the middle. I think that's fun. I think that's cool. But overall, I cannot stand the map. I cannot stand it personally. So I think that goes into F tier personally. So that's my personal opinion. The next one is this Shihai Way Station? I believe this is called. I'm telling you guys, I don't know the names of any of them. Okay, so this is Shihai Way Station. I think this is a solid A tier. I think this is a good map. I think it's cool. I think it's fun. I think it's nice and spread out. I think there are a bunch of different types of areas in this map to make it so that there's different combat with the bridge in the middle, with the sigils on each side, between being able to like walk through like the middle part, like that's like kind of like down below. I think it's a fun map that actually has a lot of differences in it. I think it's cool. I think it's a good map. I like it a lot. Whenever I see it pop up, I'm like, cool, awesome. One of my favorites. Pretty happy about that one. So yeah, I like that one personally. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna keep that there. Then the next one is, again, I don't know the names of these things. I don't know. Is this Remen's Folly? Okay, yeah, Remen's Folly. I think this is a solid B tier. I think it's good. I think it's good. I think that it's very easy to hold a team and spawn in this map, and I'm not really the biggest fan of that. That's the thing with the other map, is like there are so many places to drop where you could kind of like get away. But this one, it's good. It's not the greatest, but it's good. I like how there's a 2 layers to it. I like how there's like an upstairs and a downstairs. I think that's fun. I think that the amount of sigils that are on this map is really cool. But overall, I don't know, man. It doesn't really scratch that itch for me like it does with the other one. And it's not really to the point where I'm just like I'm in love with it, to the point where I'm like, yeah, this is great. I'm really happy about this every time I see it. I'm like, okay, cool. All right, fine. Good BG. That being said, I think that which one's is the next one Port to Fort? Yeah, Port to Fort. I think Port Fort's a solid A. I want to maybe put it S tier. I think Port Fort is S tier, honestly. I really, really, really like this map. The only, you know what? No, it's not S tier, it's A tier. The only problem I have is with the spawn points. With the spawn points, it is so easily to be held in spawn and just have an entire team just look at you while your team just stands up there. That's the only thing that I have that's a problem with this. I really like how there's so many close, just tight choke points in this map so that you can just like lead people on and then just like roll them if you turn on them. I like how there are 4 sigil spots in here too, so that's good. It's not great, but I think it's good. I think it could use a few more, but that's not a story for today. I think it's a good map. I think it's a fun map. I think it's really interesting. It's one of those things where whenever I see it, I think that's actually my favorite map in the game personally. So whenever I see that going off, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm really happy about this. This is one of those things that I think is kind of the template of how you want to make BG maps personally. I think that there's so much fun to it. I think that it's kind of like one of those things that I always talk about when I'm streaming is that I want more areas to be able to PvP in. Like, what if I could PvP in this town? What if I could PvP in this house? And that's what that area feels like. It feels like it's like, okay, we shouldn't be able to PvP here, but we are PvPing here. You know what I mean? Which I think is so much fun, which is what I want from the games. I want more areas that I could be like, okay, cool. This is a fun place to be fighting, and I'm enjoying how different this is. All the other places kind of feel more or less the same when it comes to fighting, but that one, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. It's cool. It's all right. Um, that being said, we've got what's the name of this next one? Uh, is this Strid? This is Strid River Valley, right? Yeah, Strayed River Valley. Good. It's good. It's not great. It's good. I like the pirate ship. I wish I can go inside of the pirate ship. I think it's a solid B tier. I think there's a lot of different areas to fight here. Again, it's one of those maps that's every single map I'm gonna have as a complaint is gonna be you feel like you could steamroll here. And I don't know, I'm not really the biggest fan of that, but overall, I like the tree area in the middle that you can fight in. I love being able to fight on the pirate ship whenever I fight on the pirate ship. Like that's so cool. Also having from the pirate ship the back of that to be able to go into like the barn, the stable, whatever that thing's called, from the top. That's so useful, and it's something that so many people overlook. That's such a great form of transportation, and such a great form of kiting that I really like that. Also, on the complete opposite side of the map, going up like the stone archway over there, and being able to fight in that area, really nice. Also, a great amount of sigils on this map. I think there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sigils on this map too, which is really good. I just it comes down to me for the architecture on this map. It's very wide open, which is okay. It's 8v8. It's good for that, but you kind of want some areas in maps where you can kind of like close it in and close the fights in so that it gets very close range and so that people are going to be, getting got a lot quicker. So that's one of the only reasons it's very wide open. That's why I don't like it as much as the other two. The other like I know this one's very open, but there are some areas where you kind of like, corral them. But overall, I do like it. It's not that I dislike it. It's just that I wouldn't put it on the same tier as these ones personally. That's just my opinion. I know. That's my opinion. And then the last one, I forgot the name of this. Motaka, Motaka. Guys, this may or may not surprise you, but F tier. Uh, Also, I just again, I don't like how close quarters it is. I understand that's for 4v4, but you want to let your team be able to breathe and be able to kind of have an area to regroup in, and this area is too small for that. I'm not really the biggest fan of it. I think that every time I'm on that map, I just feel like it's just horrible and I'm just having a terrible time. And I feel like overall, this really shows my preference as far as BGs go. I've had people question me all the time. They're like, "Hey, why do you only do 8v8 BGs in 4v4?" Well, this is kind of a big reason why. I'm not really a big fan of the 4v4 maps, and I just find 4v4 to be incredibly oppressive when it comes to if you have one weak link on your team, that's bad enough. But if you have one weak link in a 7v8, it's still fine more or less, but you could still make it work. Overall, I'm just not really the biggest fan of 4v4 BGs. And again, I want to reiterate, if you feel a different way, that's your opinion, and you're more than welcome to it. This is my opinion, right? And so I just want to be able to just put that out there for you guys, because I do enjoy making these tier lists, and I do want to like put my opinion out there and be able to like be like, hey, do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? Because I feel like that's kind of like helpful and everything. So what do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you disagree with my list? Also, I think that this is a huge thing, is like with the new BG system. I don't believe that there are any S tier maps. I don't believe that. It's been a year since we've gotten BGs, the new BG system, and we had 7 maps. All of them came out on launch. We haven't had any new ones come out, and it just feels like it's just kind of been forgotten about. And it's one of those things where they're like, all right, cool, that's fine. So personally, it's a little frustrating, but I want more from that, but whatever. I guess maps are hard to make. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you agree with me, let me know. If you disagree with me, let me know. I'd love to see all you guys' responses in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next video, all right? Later.